how to talk with your bird, and there's no correct or incorrect way. But another way is to teach your bird to converse. It's an amazing method to communicate with your bird and enjoy yourself. Nonetheless, kindly remember that simply because birds can speak does not imply that they always will. Birds and humans are the same. Although we may be able to accomplish a lot, it's not a guarantee that we will. If you truly can't wait to have a bird that does speak, I heartily suggest that you take in a bird that is already trained. There are lots of birds in the world that require housing. If you currently own a bird in the house that is recognized to have the capacity to converse and all you want is another way to possess, enjoy yourself, and engage with your bird, here are 10 strategies that could help you acquire your bird to converse. 1. Begin with 5 basic words. First, begin with nothing more than 5 straightforward single words that every member of the family will use and will keep doing so. For instance, words like hello, goodbye, peekaboo, come here, good night, or whatever is easy and you desire to instruct them with. But be careful to use 5 straightforward words. After they finally understand what talking is all about, you can go on to phrases. 2. Don't whistle. Second, refrain from whistling to your bird altogether and simply adhere to the words. I find, and I've taken action in this regard, that whistling takes away from instructing your bird or bird wishing to understand the idea of speech. If you previously instructed them to whistle, that's fine. You may do that. Just cut everything out at once. Don't whistle when they do, only respond with speech. Eventually, they will take note of that. Once they understand when you speak, you can add the whistle in. This is only something I did, but as I mentioned, it's not necessary to complete it. However, it was effective for me. 3. When using words, be sure to use them appropriately. Third, use language at all times when it's appropriate. For example, you wouldn't want to say good morning when it's evening as you're going to perplex your bird. If it's nighttime, you'll say good night. When you offer them an apple, you would say, do you desire an apple? This will assist them in connecting the word to a meaning, and they'll begin to comprehend the meaning of the word. So when they see you in the morning, they'll say good night or good morning. It just helps them to say the right thing at various points throughout the day. 4. Speak with enthusiasm. Number 4. Say something enthusiastically. Birds typically respond far better when you accentuate terms that differ from the standard method. For example, saying peekaboo or a pleasant good morning or good night. You'll notice how I highlight the words. That just increases the excitement. This does not need to be the case, but I do notice that you frequently capture their interest, and it is effective. They merely appear to respond otherwise to a feeling of elation while you are uttering the phrase or making a statement to them. 5. Observe the response of your bird. Number 5. Consider how your bird responds to the message. Take note if your bird exhibits no curiosity. If they keep going, cleaning, or preening, or they don't display any interest, regardless of the likelihood that they dislike that word, or perhaps you simply aren't succeeding sufficiently in making it thrilling. When people feel enthusiastic or drawn in, they will convey it through body language. Most likely, they'll lean into your lips or even their eyes will pin. You will undoubtedly be aware of it. Notice the distinction once you've captured your bird's interest. 6. Reward your bird. Number 6. Give your bird a prize or any kind of acknowledgement after you hear them even try to utter the word you're attempting to instruct them in. It might be verbal commendation, rewards, or if you're using clicker training, whatever the habits of your bird are. Use those as a commendation or a prize. Recall that there is no right or wrong when it comes to teaching your bird to communicate. Working directly with Chico, I've never used sweets as a reward for talking. I've only used rewards for training maneuvers and other such things. However, if Chico knew an apple, and if he said apple, I would give him the apple to enable him to connect the word. Except for the apple, I have not used any food. After hearing them utter the word, I would rather give a yay or other kinds of praise like good boy. I would be thrilled since they desire to communicate with you. Because you are their flock, they will wish to speak with you. If you express any sort of enthusiasm and positive reinforcement to them, they will respond. As I mentioned, if your bird is more driven by food, then proceed to use rewards. 7. Say the words again. 7. Repeatedly say the same words consistently. Despite being fatigued, your bird could learn words right now, or it can take a long time. But for your bird to discover, you must continue saying the words regularly at the appropriate moments. For instance, when attempting to instruct a bird on how to say good morning, you will need to remain steadfast. Each morning it might take a week, a month, or maybe 2 or 3 months, but you have to adhere to the same words and say them again repeatedly at the appropriate moments. 8. Choose the appropriate time of day. Number 8. Choose the appropriate time of day. For instance, you wish to avoid bothering your bird with words when they appear fatigued, show no curiosity, or are preening by themselves. For instance, if you're attempting to learn how to say peekaboo to your bird, you want to play with them. You wish to connect the word with playing peekaboo with other people. You should not choose that time of day to carry it out when they are displaying no interest, taking a nap, or showing no curiosity. Even if you like to reiterate the phrases, you want it to be at the ideal time of day. Avoid making it unduly repetitive. When you play a game like peekaboo, you don't want it to last more than 15 minutes because birds tend to become bored and they will simply stop being interested in what you're attempting to instruct them to do. 9. Swap out words. Number 9. Swap words if your bird fails to show enthusiasm for specific terms. Remember that if your avian companion is not a talker, it might take anywhere between a few months and a year. With Both and Chico, it took them almost 3 months before they spoke the first time. But if your bird is already a conversationalist, they may need up to a month. When you observe that they are displaying a lack of curiosity for the term that you are attempting to instruct them in, you could just change it out. Perhaps, as I mentioned, it's just that your bird doesn't decide to use that specific word. It might be challenging. It's a mystery to everyone why birds decide to speak a few words over others. As an illustration, I've asked to kiss me for roughly 2.5 years since I had him. He'll make the kissing noise but refuses to utter the words. No one is sure, but eventually you could simply add another word or alter the phraseology to make it more thrilling. And that might do the job. 10. Never stop speaking. Number 10. Never stop speaking. While some birds pick things up quickly, others may take some time. Some birds won't ever converse at all, but never stop speaking. It's nearly the same as when you are conversing. They are essentially taking it all in, and typically they will chit-chat before speaking their initial statement. Likely, you won't even be there. With both Chico and I think was taking a shower, and Chico had only recently entered his room before I heard them say their initial word. So, never stop conversing. Just maintain contact for up to a year, and your avian friend might unpredictably surprise you. These are just a few methods you can attempt to make your bird speak. Simply remember that training a bird to speak requires commitment and perseverance. It won't occur overnight. Additionally, even if your bird is silent, they can still communicate with you in a variety of alternative ways. Simply enjoy your bird and show them unwavering love. That's all they ask, just like we do. Therefore, if this video was helpful to you, kindly remember to give me a huge thumbs up once again. Thank you so much for watching. For now, goodbye.